part of me wants to really just make fun of Quackenbush's fucking apology for the cold open. Just come on and be like...
No, dude, I didn't even watch it.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I refuse.
It's quite possibly the funniest apology video of all time, because it's literally that tweet I sent you. If you pretend that Quack just ate a hot pepper before he filmed it, it makes so much sense, because, like, I don't know if that's just what Quackenbush sounds like, but he's doing the Chikara voice. He's like, ladies and gentlemen of Chikara, I understand that recently some accusations have been made against me and my people at the school. And, like, he's focusing on the other people, not on the accusations towards himself. I got 2 minutes in before I said, I can't. This is 13 minutes of bullshit. I can't do this.
Yeah, I didn't even want to start. Somebody was talking about, can GCW just, like, assimilate King of Trios, but call it, like, Tres Bastardos or something?
The Three Bastards, Tres Bastardos. Welcome to Fight Boys, the show about professional and not so professional wrestling. I'm your host, the bad boy of podcasting, Scottye Moore.
I am technical wrestling enthusiast, the Dylan.
Okay, everyone just breathe for a minute. Has there been any reports? Has there been anything bad happen? Did we get through a week without any real shit happening? Are we good? Velveteen Dream gets in a car accident. Son of a bitch!
He was tweeting. He was DMing underage girls while it was happening.
I can't remember. I think it was Alvarez who said, like, if you think this is the worst, there's like a big crash coming or something, and he tweeted it like 2 hours before Velveteen had a car crash, and everyone was like, "What? Why did you know? How did you know this, Alvarez?
Did you cut his brakes?"
Bolt cutters found in the back of Brian Alvarez's car as he takes out the Velveteen Dream. Shit. So it sucks because, like, I expected this week to be really exciting for wrestling news because it's like Fyter Fest going head to head with Great American Bash. Surely they will do something exciting on those shows to make
They did.
Yeah. What was it?
Asuka misted freaking Sasha Banks in the face, and we might get to see Bayley and Sasha versus Io and Asuka.
Yeah, that's gonna be
also exciting. my dream of fucking Io, Kairi, and Asuka teaming up is 2/3 of the way there.
Oh yeah, like I would love, like, SummerSlam rolls around. It's the three horsewomen versus those three.
I just need Kairi to, like, be like, Bayley! And, like, Kairi to do, and they just... Japanese takeover. Joshi domination.
Yeah.
I'm so close!
Yeah, I will say, like, this is one of those weeks where I'm like, yeah, AEW, they kind of deserve to lose in the ranking. Because, like, apparently, Io and Sasha put on an absolute barn burner. There was a great brawl with Maverick and, oh god, what's his new name? Escobar.
Yeah.
Like
Escobar Sanchez.
Yeah, but they only lost by like 50,000 from what I've seen. But yeah, NXT brought it. NXT brought it this week, and apparently they're going to bring it next week. And if no one wants to have that episode of NXT spoiled, make sure to mute this podcast for the next few seconds, because next week we will all be basking in the glory of the first ever dual champion in NXT history, because one of the fucking guys from Indes Sheer was like, I should probably tweet this. It tweeted a picture of Keith Lee with both belts in his hands.
Because he didn't realize that week was taped. He thought it was all live.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, that was the thing that came out. It was like, next week was taped, but apparently somebody didn't get the message.
Oh god, that
sucks. And so he was just like, "Oh, I'm so glad I was here," because he thought everyone knew. I think is what I heard.
That sucks.
Like, no one's that stupid. If he knew it was taped, he wouldn't have done it. I'm like, it was an honest mistake, probably.
Yeah. I'm just afraid. I hope there's not backlash, because if there's backlash, that means Stokely Hathaway won't be on my television anymore, and I need more Stokely in my life. I love that man so much. Like,
well, too bad.
I was just watching the, is it Kenny Johnston, the guy who does the documentary of all the indie wrestlers? I watched the one he did on MJF, and like it's like a mystery parody kind of thing. And he goes, "I had a secret informant who wanted to meet me," and he meets a shadowy figure backstage, and he's like talking to him the whole time. And he goes, "If you need anything else, just email me." And he looks down, and the email is not StokelyHathaway@gmail.com.
Beautiful.
I love that, man. So let's see. In other news,
next week's not going to be any better because Moxley can't make it. That's why the week after that they're having Fight for the Fallen, which is going to be great. It's like whenever it's like losing the battle to try to win the war. They're like, there's no way we're going to win that, so we're just going to take the knee.
Yeah.
And then the next week they're just going to probably crush them.
Or even worse, Great American Bash is now 3 weeks long. Okay, now you're doing it on purpose.
Left. They've got nothing left to do. I don't know what they're going to replace the Moxley match with then. Number one contender, like, Fatal 4-Way? Oh, fuck, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I take it back. I want that more than I want the championship match.
Yeah. Who would you have in it?
Let's see, who did they have that was still fresh after that night? Because, like, the Dark Order is taking on... them. What is it? Ricky. Let's see here. Probably Ricky Starks, Colt Cabana. No, Colt Cabana's in that one match.
Is this for? Wait, hold on. For the TNT title or for the World Heavyweight?
Yeah, they'll probably for the World Heavyweight.
Okay.
It's instead of having it, they'll have a match for it. Jericho. They might throw Jericho in there.
No, he's facing Cassidy. Which holy shit. I put MJF. Put old MJF in there.
If he was good enough, if he was like well enough after, because it was all taped yesterday. Next week is taped tonight. Yesterday night. That's why I was like, who is still good to do that? And I'm like trying to like run through it in my head. I'm just like, I don't know. Everybody I would put in it is already like in a match. So yeah, probably. Let's see here.
MJF, Scorpio.
Oh no, Ricky Starks, Scorpio.
Yeah.
Are either of the Hybrid 2 back?
No, I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't put them in. I would put Kip in. I would put fucking Jack Evans in that match. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
The Lucha Brothers are back. Is Pac back?
No, I think he's still in England, but Lucha Bros already have a match because they're doing that weird...
I know, but that was like, if the Lucha Brothers are back, is Pac back? And I'm just like, oh, no, he's not.
Oh,
trying to think
Luther
of like...
in there. Put good old Luther in there, and then he wins.
Oh, no, Kip Sabian.
I just said Kip Sabian.
Yeah, I had a moment of delay. I was like, yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
All right, let's quickly go back to AEW or WWE for a minute. Because there's really not much out of it. They bought Evolve.
Oh, and Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah, maybe. Matt would probably be good in there.
Yeah, Matt, Kip, Ricky Starks, and
MJ.
Scorpio.
Okay.
No, it's Scorpio. Yeah, because that's 2 heels, 2 faces. And, like, Ricky or Scorpio gets it. No, probably Ricky or Kip. And then, like, that's just a, like, underdog getting made match later on.
Okay, I would do Kip then. I would do Kip.
Yeah, because Kip and fucking Mox could have a fucking like banger. You have Penelope get involved and like you could probably actually make it so that someone believes he might be the guy to do it.
Yeah, you could, or if you want to up it to 6-pack challenge, throw in MJF and also I don't know if he's cleared yet, but throw in Darby. And then just like this epic 6-man clash.
What happened to Darby? Oh, that's right. He got accused of things.
No, Darby didn't get it. Well, I don't think not as much as everybody else. No, what Darby did was he jumped off a ladder on a fucking skateboard like a dumbass.
Didn't he fuck up his ankle?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, then he might be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put him in that. Yeah, that'd actually be a good six-pack. I mean, probably wouldn't have MJF in it. They'd probably pick somebody else because they're saving him.
Yeah.
So, like...
Okay.
Oh, Sammy!
Okay. Wait, no.
Because Sammy's not doing anything.
Guevara?
Oh, no, they made him leave.
Yeah, no.
Because of the Sasha thing.
For a moment, I was like, is Sami Zayn in AEW? I don't think that's right. Who is he talking? Oh, no, it's not going to be him. Although, apparently Cody is very high on him coming back, and he's like, when he returns, he's going to be a changed man, which means he'll probably join Cody in the new Four Horsemen. But he
No,
was...
it's going to be... Here, I finally figured out how this is going to go down. They're not going to name it the Four Horsemen. They're not going to name it anything. So we agreed that Cody was the new Ric Flair, right?
Yes.
It's just going to be the Nightmare family. He's just going to kick his actual family out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that. And then keep Arn...
Because he's not giving up that branding. It's literally tattooed on the fucker's neck.
No, he just puts a fucking horse on the other side of his neck. It wraps around. It's the skull, and then it goes to a horse. And then he fights Adam Page for the use of a horse.
Yeah, you do that, you kick out, like, the Natural Nightmares and Allie. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe he stuck Allie in there in the first place. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
4D chess.
All right, back to WWE. They bought Evolve, which, fuck, that writing was on the wall for a while there, no big deal.
I thought they had done it years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Chad Gable cut this promo recently that does sound ripped out of JWF era circa 2018. Like, you remember when we were running that angle where Blake was like, everyone says I'm an underdog, no, I'm the anti-underdog, like that bullshit? Chad basically cut the exact same kind of promo because he came out and he's like,
"Oh, that's terrible."
Well, he said, "I beat Mojo Rawley and they called it an upset." Who the fuck thought that was an upset? And it's just him going off on the fact that he's like, "I know what you guys think I am, but I am an elite level wrestler. I am capable of doing these things. These are not upsets. This is just logic." And also during that promo, I got reminded, wow, this guy sounds and looks a little bit like Kurt Angle. Why the fuck did they not make him Kurt Angle's son? Because, like, that's when you look at
Because
it,
it was funnier when they did My Black Son.
Yeah, that was a Vince joke, is that whole angle. And then the boy got injured.
Yeah, absolutely. Are they still calling him Shorty G, or did he get his name back?
I think they're still calling him Shorty G, and I think at one point...
He's not even that short.
He's not! It's just Vince made a joke backstage, and they're like, put it on TV, Vince likes it.
I really want him to go to, like, New Japan or All Japan or Japan. I want him to go to Japan.
Yeah, just in general. I wouldn't mind seeing him in NWA. Like, just get some good technical wrestling out.
Isn't that company dead? I mean, they lost Ricky. A lot of other people got released.
They've been doing this fucking ridiculous Carneyland series, which is actually not bad. But outside of that, like, I don't know if they're going to be surviving through this. Last bit of WWE news, and it might be my favorite fucking story I've ever heard about The Undertaker. But Devon got interviewed, and he was just talking about, like, the ambiance of The Undertaker being intimidated. He was like, I went out to dinner, and it was me and my wife and Taker, and I think he was with Michelle. He goes, Taker and Michelle. And then I was talking to him, and then all of a sudden Taker breaks eye contact and looks away, and I'm like, oh no, what did I do? I fucked up, I did something wrong. And then he just hears, ho ho ho, as the beginning of Kung Fu Fighting starts up, and Taker did not stop moving. But then when it finally, the beat dropped, he stood up in this restaurant and just started fucking getting it, dancing. And that's a mental image I need to keep in my head to maintain sanity throughout quarantine, is just Undertaker fucking disco dancing in front of a very confused Devon Dudley.
I like it.
Oh, man. So AEW, we've talked already a little bit about AEW. The only big news, Cody's definitely fucking turning heel at this point. Like, there's no way they can't.
So here we can have the discussion. Are his anticlimactic matches part of him turning heel? So like people will turn against him because he's not having great matches, or does he just suck?
I'm having to really go back to pre-AEW Cody, and I think he might just suck. Like, because, I mean, he took the most hot angle of that year, which was Kenny versus Cody, and put on probably a 3-star classic, if that. A very,
3-star savior.
Yeah, baby. So, yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. I think Cody is adding in, like, small heel things here and there, and then I don't fucking know, man. Like, I think Cody, I think we've discussed it. Cody is not that good in the ring, but he's an amazing talker. He can make you believe basically anything. But yeah,
which is why I'm so worried about him being the new group's Ric Flair, because he's only half Ric Flair.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the talking part.
And that's not bad. Let him be the talking part. But, like, I don't know.
He does use the figure 4. The writing's been on the wall.
This whole time, it's been written. Okay, but yeah, the end of that match with Hager, that was already very weird and controversial, where Hager... I didn't see the finish, but, like...
Oh, here, let me tell you what the finish was.
Okay.
So, Hager's wife slaps Cody.
Okay.
Breaks the rope, puts him back in the thing. Ref gets distracted. Dustin comes down, punches Hager in the face. Cody goes for the crossroads. Hager counters into, like, Uranagi going for the triangle choke. Cody rolls him over, has an awkward pin, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and didn't he pass out after that? I read some people being like, he was in it and then he passed out.
He might have sold it like he passed out, like even that MMA finish thing. Also, yeah. Hager wrestled in fucking, like, gym shorts.
Yeah, I saw that. And then he punched out the referee, who was known to the Southern boy here as fucking shitty Georgia wrestler P-Dog, who has my fucking least favorite gimmick of anybody on the indies down here.
He pees on people?
No, he's just like, imagine John Cena's, like, shitty boy white rap character, but if it was done by, like, an accountant who wasn't good at rapping and only knew, like, the generic white suburban mom version of rap. That's it. And it's real bad.
Was he a heel?
Oh, yeah. He was a heel, but, like, not even...
Did you hate him and want him to lose?
No, it was X-Pac heat. It was full on, I want you out of my arena, stay away. I hate you, P-Dog.
That's fair.
Also, Jericho did a podcast with Mr. Luther, and apparently Jericho's a big fan of Luther, really wanted him to bring him in. And it was apparently the process of bringing him in like hiring someone for television, like hiring someone for, like, a TV show. He had to send in, like, screen tests and shit like that, like his own promos. And he goes, well, the Dark Order was the Bucks thing the whole time. And so I thought, well, I should bring it to Tony, because Tony's the one with the book, because Jericho's a smart man. And they were like, he's all right. And that's why I got thrown in the Nightmare Collective, because they were like, we'll just find a place to put him, because they really wanted Marty, and then once Marty was like, no, I like money and little girls, then they moved to
Teenage girls.
Well, they're small in stature. And then moved to Matt Hardy, and then I don't know what the fuck happened with Matt, because, like, I
think it was the release. And then by the time he was gonna leave, they realized that they could get Brody.
Oh, yeah. Because Brody fits.
By the way, Luther has recruited someone. Serpico, who is Jonathan Cruz's alter ego.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were having a trios match with Max Caster, and Serpico pulled Luther out, and then the two of them just left Max Caster to get fucked over by Jurassic Express.
Oh,
so,
wow.
like, and I like that because, like, he's a little lucha guy, and he's got like a decent thing where he like throws streamers out and whatever. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He taught at the Dudley school when I went, so I was very connected to him. I was like, hey, he's on TV. Oh, he's getting murdered by Brian Cage. Uh-oh.
He's a tiny man.
He's such a tiny man. But yeah, I'm happy that they didn't go with Matt for Dark Order. Not that I don't think it would have been good. I don't think a heel broken Matt Hardy would work that well. And that might just be a me opinion thing, but it's such a
He started as a heel.
But it's such a goofy, over-the-top character that it's like, I don't think I can trust you as like the leader of this giant evil cult. But Brody, I can definitely trust it.
That's true. In other news, in Impact news, Tessa's gone, but that's a weird situation. Yeah. It turns out that her contract had expired, and then they wanted her to send in promos.
I did not see that. All I saw was A, all the shit from the past, and then B, they wanted her to send in promos, and she was refusing, and...
Because she knew she wasn't going to show up, because she wasn't going to leave Mexico, because then she would have to leave her husband, and she wouldn't be able to go back for she didn't know how long.
Yeah.
So she didn't... From what I understand, she didn't want to, like, do promos for a match she knew she wouldn't show for.
Yeah, but shouldn't you tell that? Like, shouldn't you tell them that, especially with everything already?
She might have.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I'm... you're right. That is a weird situation because everyone's like,
yeah, it's a weird. We don't know all the details of that. I don't want to comment on it because if what I've heard or if I read about her side of it, it's true, then I understand. But then if it's the other way, I understand Impact.
Yeah.
But hey, let's look at the bright side. One, EC3 is probably coming back for that championship match.
I'm very excited
because Moose isn't in it despite having the old TNA belt. So I was like, why isn't? Oh, they're gonna do a unification thing. Because they're like, yeah, Jake Christ, like, oh no, Ace Austin, like, 3 people I was like, none of you should be the champion. Yeah. Why? Where's, like, Moose or somebody? And then I was like, oh, it's because all of a sudden you're going to, trouble. Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, did you see the promo he released where it's just him name-dropping every AEW wrestler he possibly could, and then at the end snaps his fingers, and the AEW logo comes up behind him, and everyone on Twitter was like, yeah, this is some bullshit. We know you're going back to Impact. Like, you can't pretend. You can't pretend this. We know where you're going, baby.
You know who is also going to Impact? The Good Brothers.
It's one of those. That's one of those moments where I'm like, I'm mad, but I get it. I get it.
Well, like, they probably got paid.
Oh yeah.
That tag division is not saturated. AEW's tag division is literally saturated. It's saturated with good stuff.
Yeah.
It's saturated. They'll show up. They'll beat the North. They'll help make that division better. And C, they can go to New Japan. And there won't be any friction like there was with AEW.
Yeah, that's the main thing that I was seeing, was the fact that they were like, I want to go work in New Japan whenever possible. And so that was... And also, Gallows has history with Impact. Like, he was there for a very fucking long time.
I mean, he was there for half the Aces and Eights run.
I thought he was whole. Wasn't he the whole through... Oh, okay.
He left towards the end because his contract expired and they couldn't renegotiate.
Oh, yeah. Old Doc Gallows.
Oh, old Director of Chaos, yep.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot that's what Doc stood for. See, the thing that makes me most excited is getting to see Gallows on the fucking Georgia Indies again and getting to walk up to him and being like, hey, do you want to buy my shirt? Oh, yeah, like one of these on the... No, the one off my back. I'll sell you fucking anything, big man. Do you need a tattoo? Come down to my tattoo parlor. Do you need some fresh hot biscuits right off? I got a Cracker Barrel down the road if you want to go to that. Gallows, what do you own? I own this whole fucking town, big man.
Does he actually own a Cracker Barrel? Because we need to go there.
No, he doesn't. He used to own a tattoo shop. I don't think it's open anymore, but I wish he still did because I would exclusively go get tattoos there. And he owned a shirt printing company, and he owned an indie fed. It's just like
he tries everything. I can't fault him for that.
But now
But
that
I am
he's all-
happy. I am happy they're going to be going. I wish I could watch Impact more. I get to see the highlights.
Yeah. Apparently Gallows already has a booking like the 25th of July, and I'm this close to being like, you know what? Fuck COVID. Let's go. I'll wear 50 masks over my face, but I'll fucking go. Let's do this. It's apparently him. It's him. Oh, fucking Johnny Swinger of Impact fame, so I can go see that 78-year-old man with a 25-year-old man's body. All right. But
great gimmick.
who has the body of there's nothing. There's no way.
There's nothing. No, you left yourself no out.
Patreon.com/loadedbs. That's where you can support the Fight Boys, get access to exclusive content like Wrestling History X. That's our show where we take deep dives into some of our favorite moments in pro wrestling history. Blake just released one on Daniel Bryan, and it might be my favorite episode, and that's coming from a guy who was very proud of his CM Punk episode. Fuck if Blake couldn't tell a story about Daniel Bryan. So make sure to subscribe to the Patreon to get access to that. Get access to us riffing on old episodes of JWF. It's all there if you want it at patreon.com/a-load of BS. Now, who are we tweeting?
We should tweet at Greg, at Trent, and be like, hey, we're sorry your mom had to see that.
No!
She has her own t-shirt. She has her own goddamn t-shirt. I linked that to you. Pro Wrestling Tees made a Sue t-shirt. I swear to Jesus.
Yo, Trenty Lux.
Actually, does Serpent Co have a
Twitter?
Twitter? Yes.
Isn't he Snake Man on Twitter?
No, that's the other one. That's Ophidian?
No. Ophidian is a cobra. No, I've got it. King Serpentico. Snake Man is his name.
Nice.
Okay, yo, King Serpentico.
King Serpentico, good to see that you're aligning yourself with Luther. Can't wait for him to use you as a projectile in a death match.
No, can I make one edit? Can't wait for him to use you as a bat in a death match. Just picks you up. I wonder if Luther
Not
has
like
one.
projectile, because I can actually see him doing that. Like, he gives Serpentico a chair, and then he throws Serpentico, and he hits the guy with the chair as he throws him.
All right.
I'm an innovator over here. In an alternate timeline, I became a wrestler, and I was damn successful.
All right, and I am tagging Luther as well. All right, while I finish up this, would you like to get into your heel of the week?
Yeah, because I feel bad about it, but I don't. So here's the thing. So last night on AEW television, the Best Friends finally, after basically being the tag team division for all of COVID, shutting things down, got their tag match against Paige and the Bucks, or Paige and Kenny, and they lost. Now, granted, they put on a show. I'm sure like Dave or somebody's going to talk about it. Like they fucking went ham on the whole thing. It was a good match. But it did really drive home how predictable AEW is at like a championship top of the card level now.
Yeah.
Like with the exception of SCU winning the tag belts, which is arguably one of their worst title decisions.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, like, Kaz, if it had been the Addiction, if it had been like Bad Influence, those guys would have been good. But like, I don't like Scorpio with those guys. Like, he doesn't fit. He's never fit. I've never liked him with them. Yeah. He's good. He's an excellent wrestler. But like it feels like you're trying to force a square into a round hole. Yeah. Like, but yeah, so yeah, I feel like this was their last chance to do something like really spontaneous with a belt for like the next year.
Yeah, because we talked about this ad nauseum last night, and I was like, well, they couldn't do this because they're gonna have FTR beat Hangman and Page, but during that match, Cody's gonna come out, turn. That's where the Four Horsemen formed. Then at Full Gear, you get a 4-on-4 Elite versus Horseman. Then Revolution, you finally get the Bucks versus FTR for the titles. And that's the moment where you went, oh no, I may have hitched my horse to the wrong wagon because this is such predictable bullshit. And it really is. I think I said it, like...
It's worse than... It's John Cena era WWE.
Yeah. Like, I said it, Tony Khan is good at long-term booking. The only problem is, Tony Khan does not know how to hide where the long-term booking is going. Like I said,
he does in everything but the championships.
Yeah.
Everything else, amazing. I don't know where the fuck the Colt Cabana thing's going. No idea.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said a few weeks ago, with AEW... If you, like, when Moxley came out, I'm like, okay, that's where that's going. Or, like, when FTR debuted, that's where the tag titles are going. Like, all of these different things. Like, Brian Cage isn't getting the fucking title when that happens. Like, none of this is happening.
Yeah, you need to, I think the writing was on the wall after Lance Archer lost to Cody. Because then you were like, okay, so the Elite and anybody where you look at them, you're like, that guy. They're always going to win.
Yeah.
Always.
There's not going to be any excitement.
After Cody drops the belt, the TNT Championship will be the only one.
It's going to be fun. That's going to be... I really hope they...
That's going to be the only title I care about after he drops it, because I don't care about it now, because I hate him. Because I know he's part of the problem backstage.
Yeah.
I have nothing to prove that, but I know it in my soul.
I feel it. I own it. I am it.
Yeah. Also, I'm just, like, disappointed because the best friend, like, I feel they deserve it. They hit the demographic that AEW is going for, like, the 18 to whatever demographic. Like, they're like an adult, somebody wrote on Reddit, they're like if an Adult Swim show became a tag team.
Yeah.
They hit the 20 to 30-year-old stoner graphic, like, dead on. They showed up in Trent's mom's minivan.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready to fight. And then Trent mad dog faced while getting kissed on the cheek by his mom. Like, how could you not make them for what? What are we holding off their championship for? So that we can drag out the Hangman Kenny will they won't they for another 2 fucking months?
Yeah.
This decision made me hate my favorite wrestler. Do you understand that?
Oh, I get it. Now, I will say, we're talking about, like, no big surprises. I will say, that fucking Hangman Kenny thing was a big fucking surprise when that happened. That was the first, like, that was probably the only surprising title change ever.
No, I saw it coming. The moment they won the number 1 contenders match, I was like, okay, cool, that's where those belts are going. No question in my mind. The moment they beat the Bucks and the whatever, I was like, okay, cool, this is how they're continuing. There's no surprises. At a certain point, going in every week. Like, it's just... it's like the opposite of WCW. The big man will always lose. Every time. The monster will always lose in the big match. And, like, now the tag division is like, oh... Like, the Scorpio... Like, the TNT title... Like I said, it's gonna be Scorpio. They're literally just, like... They've been grooming him since day one. It really does feel like if you're either Moxley, who's a megastar, or if you're somebody that the Elite likes, that's your only chance.
Yeah, I can see that. Or that Tony likes. Like, because Tony's a huge Orange Cassidy fan, and that motherfucker is fighting Chris Jericho next week.
Yeah, but he also got himself, like, super over. Like, you were talking about, like, the best friends, like, Orange Cassidy eclipses the best friends, and then I linked you that Orange Cassidy currently has 4 of the top 5, and I was like, Orange Cassidy eclipses the whole company. The best friends didn't stand a chance. This is not their fault. Like, the merchandising people are what's holding the best friends back. Because their shirts are all terrible.
I miss their old shirts that were, like, hand-drawn by Trent. Like, it's just, like, the stick figure.
You can still buy those. They're just not AEW ones.
Yeah, the stick figure of Trent and Chuck, and they're both holding, like, heads on...
Half a person? Yeah.
Yeah, half a person. Or, my favorite one was, it was just a fucking picture of a fucking revolver, and it just said, hard on eggs. I don't know what it means, but I own that shirt. I fucking love it. Well, going from hating AEW to not loving AEW, but at least trying to be defensive of them is my heel of the week, which I do want to say I do have some heels of the week that I just don't want to fucking talk about.
God damn, how many fucking heels did you get?
Well, no, the main heels all are shit. I just don't want to talk about anymore, but I do want to say, fuck you, Austin Aries. Fuck you, Loki. In fact, fuck you, Kane, because you are the only person in all of Knox County who voted against a mask ordinance. Kane voted against a mask ordinance. Fuck these nerds. Wear a mask. I'm done talking about it. Anyways, my heel of the week is the Great American Bash coming out of nowhere. And it's not at all, it's not just because they're competing. They've done this shit before. They've done it numerous times. With me, it's the fact that they used the name Great American Bash, which is one of Dusty's, like, biggest creations. And I still wasn't that upset about it until I saw an interview with Cody where Cody goes, you know, this might not have been true or whatever, but my dad would always sit me and my sister down and he'd look at my sister and say, I made StarCast for you. And then he'd look at me and said, and I made
not
Starcade.
StarCast.
Yeah, whatever. No, Conrad Thompson would sit Cody Rhodes and his sister down. So I'd made Starcade for you and then look at Cody and said, I made Great American Bash for you. And that's the moment I went, oh, fuck. Like, I know WWE didn't know this, but man.
No, they did. You think they didn't? You think Dusty didn't bring that up at least once at the training center? Are you insane?
Yeah. So that was good. And my favorite is the end of the interview, though, because Cody goes, I've competed with my dad before. Last year's Double or Nothing, we went against the Dusty Rhodes Classic. And I'll fucking beat him again. And I was like, damn, Cody, you heartless.
Except you didn't, which is... Also, it's heel of the week because did you see the bit where it was just the WWE Great American Bash and then they hastily slapped an NXT logo over the WWE part?
Oh, yeah. It's straight up the logo they used for the WWE Great American Bash, just put NXT over it. Meanwhile, old Roller Coaster came out for his match with a shirt that just said, it was literally the old Great American Bash logo, but it said the American Nightmare Cody. And someone said, I'd buy the fuck out of that if it didn't have Cody on it, because that makes it real confusing all of a sudden. Like, I know wrestlers when they make t-shirts are like, I gotta have my name on it, but also that as a human who has to wear that shirt, people are gonna be like, what's up, Cody? It's not my name. And also, why would I put my name on my shirt? Why would anyone put their own name on their shirt? Fuck you.
It's because it was 4 words, just like the Great American Bash was 4 words.
Yeah. Well, no, I think, what was it? I had another replacement for it that would have fit, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Do the Great American Nightmare, because then it all fits. It all still goes in there. But yeah.
Then it's too obvious.
Yeah, yeah. Then they'd get sued for Cody's own pay-per-view name. Now on to our baby faces of the week, though. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Sure. So, do you like fucking horses? Of course you like horses. Do you like whiskey? Of course you fucking like whiskey. Do you like cowboy shit? You'll love Brody Lee this week in Being the Elite, because he fucking goes for it. And I've never been more behind the gimmick for the Dark Order. Like, when it first started, I was just like, oh, this dark, creepy, like, you know, like, late 90s Taker, like, cult. That's what's gonna happen. And then Brody Lee showed up, and he was like, I am a man among fools. But, like, that's what you need. Like, that's what a cult is. A cult isn't full of intelligent people. It is for the people at the top, because they feel the need to be, like, have people subservient to them. But those people have to be incompetent for the whole cult to even work.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love it. He just shows up. He just takes a thing of paper. He's like, we could have had fucking Adam Hangman Page. He like chucks it at one member of the fucking Beaver Boys. Then he chucks it at Adam Silver. And he calls up fucking Evil Uno. He's like, Evil Uno, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to gather up a bunch of paper in your right hand. Can you do that for me? Okay, I need you to chuck it against your head. I love Brody. I love Brody Lee so much.
He's
I'm so excited for, like, the Cabana angle. Like, I don't know where it's going, but I'm like, I don't know where it's going with Anna Jay. I think she's who's going to get squashed by Nia next week.
Oh, yeah. Send her out, slowly, and then that could complete a turn into the Dark Order.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We need more face, like, conglomerates, though, because the Elite's falling apart. All we really have is the Jurassic Express and the Best Friends, and they're only, like, 3 people each.
Yeah, no, you can make the Jurassic Friends, just combine them all together, make them all one thing.
Nah. Because, like, if we're going to have the Four Horseman thing and the Dark Order and the Inner Circle, that's 3 heel mega groups.
Yeah. I think AEW is falling into a trap of, like, we need to be like New Japan. What does that mean? Everyone's in a fucking group. Don't matter who the fuck you are, you're in a group. John Moxley, he's in a group. He don't even know he's in the group. He's in it, though.
It wouldn't be as bad if they wrestled each other more, but they still keep the heel-face dynamic. Like, that's the problem that all American wrestling feds do. Why New Japan works is, you'll sometimes have matches where one heel will go against another heel. Naito faced Taichi, and at the time, like, Los Ingobernables were still heels, kind of. Like,
yeah.
It happens. Like, fucking AJ Styles faced Suzuki. They were both heels during the G1. Like, you just need to not be afraid of that. Because every time, someone will be more heel.
Yeah.
Like, they'll feel it out in the match and be like, no, this is working. I feel like this is... Like, there's no crowd to go off of, but, like, if you have good wrestlers, it won't fucking matter.
Okay.
You'll have face versus face. Why not do heel versus heel? That's even better, because then a heel has to deal with the cheating of another heel.
Yeah, or you could have someone like Jericho who knows all the cheating tricks and gets to play against it, like showing his intelligence. But my babyface of the week is actually almost a response to my heel last week, who was, of course, the hot wing eater himself, Mike Quackenbush, and how he just fucked everything up. And that's why my babyfaces this week I'm referring to as, like, the fallen children of Chikara. And that is, I don't know if they're the latest group to come out of the Wrestle Factory, like, at least that are successful, but I followed them on Twitter recently, and it's so fucking wholesome seeing, like, this family, this brotherhood that's formed, like, Calix, Boomer Hatfield, McCoy. I had a list and it's all fucking gone now for some reason. But just, like, seeing them all, Razorhawk, and just seeing them all come together and say, like, hey, we're coming back and we're gonna get booked everywhere. And it's just seeing them support each other, like, and the fucking in-jokes you get to be a part of, like, Chikara, everyone works under a mask and then out of the mask as well. But they had one of the, I think Cyberhawks was the team name, but they had one named Nighthawk, and Boomer made a post and he goes, I just want to get a few things off my chest. I was Nighthawk the entire time. And then underneath it, Calix is like, I thought I was Nighthawk. And then, like, Shazza McKenzie comes in, no, I was Nighthawk. And it's just, like, a bunch of people on Twitter all throughout the day being like, no, I was Nighthawk all along.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy for them. It actually, Chikara going down might be better for them, because from what I understand it, like, having Quack around might have held them back.
Yeah, like, because they couldn't go wrestle other places.
Yeah, because they don't want to lose their base. So, yeah, no, I hope that all goes well. I hope I hope they help rebuild the indies after this whole thing happens. Because it's going to take people who, like, are good hands at wrestling and, like, have a little bit of a claim.
Well, not only that, you're going to have an influx of insanely creative people. Not just like, oh, they're good at wrestling, but it's like when fucking Jervis absconded and went off. It's like, oh, that's now a very unique thing in wrestling that's getting to go out and spread it to other parts of the world. Wrestling needs more unique shit, and I think Chikara just kind of exploded and sent all of the unique shit like Dragon Balls across the country.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what happened. That'd be really, really rad. I would really appreciate that. I stick by the I won't want Tres Bastardos to be taken up by GCW.
God, Tres Bastardos is such a good fucking name too.
Yeah, we should have tweeted that at them.
Oh yeah.
Tweet that at them after this. Tweet them at that after. Hey, since at Chikara is dead now, can you pick up King of Trios and just call it the Tres Bastardos, El Tres Bastardos, Los Tres Bastardos tournament?
Yeah. All right, now time for our end discussion, and I don't know how much meat this fucking turkey bone has on it, but apparently Bray is Swamp Bray again, and I think it's literally just for this one match. And what the fuck? Why? Like, why does it work? Is it a good decision? Like, is there any good way to move this?
They ran out of fuel with the Fiend. They realized they fucked over Bray. 4th time, 5th time. I don't know what we're up to now. So they're like, okay, we can bring this back. Maybe go back to the Fiend. Like, I don't know if they know what they're doing. Really.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch the promo because I can't, dude. I can't.
With me, it almost seems like they're trying to stretch it to SummerSlam. And I like it on one hand, because now the Fiend is more protected. It's almost like how they overused the Demon with Finn Balor, and then after a while they're like, we can't just keep using this superpowered beast on people. And so I like that they're holding off, but now instead they were like, wait, if we're gonna do this, we have them fight Cartoon Bray. What's next? I don't know. Make him Swamp Boy again. Fuck it. I don't know, dude. Like,
it's a shame he got rid of the rest of his swamp posse.
Yeah, exactly. One of them's in AEW killing it. The other one, they're still using in promotional photos for the match. They are still showing photos of Eric promoting this match. And I guess it's also because, God, they've come up with the most actually appropriate name for Extreme Rules, which is a horror show, which does describe all of WWE right now. And I guess
the women's stuff is going pretty well.
Yeah, but I guess that's what it came from, is they were like, we're gonna do a spooky match. Why don't we just bring back Swamp Bray and throw it in there? But now it's almost like Bray is becoming...
How does he look? Because he, like, trimmed up his beard and his hair. Does he still look swampy?
Yeah. I mean, like, you can tell he's not as scraggly, but he's still... I didn't realize how much his voice had changed for that character until he started doing the promo. Because, like, at first I was like, oh, yeah, that's just Bray Wyatt's voice. No, he puts on a thick-ass Louisiana voice for it. And I don't know if that's just him having to find another way to differentiate the character from what he used to do, but it was real heavy. It's like when John Cena does a promo in Boston. It just comes out.
As long as he comes back out to his music during that, because that's still one of my favorite WrestleMania entrances, is where, like, the band plays it live with the Plague Doctor masks on, and it looks really rad. And then he loses.
But it's okay, because multiple fucking years later, he gets to have a real goofy match with John Cena where he wins, I guess, after giving John Cena...
After John Cena attempts murder?
Yeah, John Cena has an existential crisis, then chokes a pig, and then Bray Wyatt beats him. You know, that old classic WrestleMania ending. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Go on.
I was gonna make it... I didn't end up watching the matches, but I'm really impressed by New Japan, because New Japan Cup's going on, and they found a way to make it still interesting.
Yeah.
With all the, and it was by including the junior heavyweights in the tournament, which never happens, but since they're missing so many people due to COVID, the international guys. Hiromu's in the semifinals. He's going to take on Okada.
Well, we can't not fucking watch that. Like, that just has to happen right there.
Evil is going to take on Sonata. I am 50% sure they might have Hiromu win so that they can have the junior versus heavyweight champions like they were supposed to at the anniversary show.
Oh, that would be good. That's really cool. I genuinely thought you were about to say, like, I am 50% hard on this, and if they just do the right thing, full match.
I didn't see this as a possibility. I thought they'd give it to Goto.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else seemed too obvious, but then they had Sonata win that, and I was like, please don't have Sonata versus Okada the 15th. Please, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, Goto was the only one where I was like, you haven't gotten a shot in a long time. and the rest of these people are kind of like, I don't know how much we're going to have LIJ fight each other. Turns out everybody. If Shingo had won, it would have literally been like the whole thing, but they had him lose early just to keep him protected because he was one of the champions.
Was Kenta in that? Where's Kenta been?
He lives in the U.S., remember?
Oh, shit, you're right.
He lives in Orlando. So him, G.O.D., and Jay White are all in Orlando.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
so everyone but Hiromu and, like, Jado and Gato, the Japanese members, I don't know where Yujiro is. That's the real thing. I think he might just be, like, really, like, I don't want to risk it, which is fair if that's the case. But he wasn't in the tournament either. I think he wasn't. Maybe he was. I don't know. I have to double check.
Oh, by the way, close personal friend of the show, Megaran, recently released a episode of his show Random Encounters with none other than the cleaner Kenny Omega. And you know, it's always been a mystery where Kenny lives. Apparently Rand's very good because he got it out of him. He lives in Orlando, which means that the Dylan for the next week will be on a one-person manhunt throughout all of Orlando, trying to find the one-winged angel himself, Kenny Omega.
I just want to end up at the same restaurant as him and then just, like, walk up and be like, hey, thank you for everything.
And he looks back and he's like, I was just holding the door open for you, man. Like,
thank you.
Oh, shit. Well, what did you learn this week, D?
I learned that apparently, like, wrestling, I'm not the target demographic for wrestling in the U.S. anymore. And that's a hard lesson to learn, because apparently I thought AEW was the company for me, but, like, they're slowly turning against me, man. They're slowly turning against me.
And I learned that the next time I come down to Orlando, we're going to go on a wrestler hunt and just see how many we can find.
No, he probably lives in a gated community we can't get into. I'm 90% sure.
Okay, I'm going to bring a fucking pole vault and we're going to get in that bitch and then
that
get
is
shot.
Not how that works.
Oh, well, until next time, where can people find you on the internet, D?
You can't. Don't bother. Honestly, I should make a better Twitter account because my Twitter handle is not appropriate anymore. It's based off a terrible joke from years ago.
Yeah. Old Dick and Stormy Dillon, we call him.
Yeah. Like I said, it's based off of a terrible thing of the never-ending joke of it was a dark and stormy night, 3 robbers sat in a cave, one robber turned into the other and said, tell me a story, and so the story began. Yeah. It was you just list really inappropriate things, you add that in, and then you get to the part where he says, tell me a story, because he's in shock, and then you go back and you do... It's like the Aristocrats, but never ending.
Oh, God.
And that's not appropriate anymore.
My version of that is the big giant, the giant orange head joke, but I can't do that one right now because I would it'd go all night. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Scottye Moore, SCOTTYEMO. Buy all of my books on Amazon. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. And of course, if you have a podcast and you need a guest on it, hit me up. I'm trying to break the world record for the most amount of podcast appearances by a single human being in a year. I'm up to 130 for 2020, but I want to get a lot more than that. So do that and find all the other BS Network programs online at aloadofpurebs.com.
Special thanks to our good friend Megaran for our theme song, Fighters, which got used again in promo stuff for Fyter Fest. Yeah, I was like, yeah, get that money.
I was like, that's ours. That's ours. Oh, yeah. I actually, on my quest to try to get on as many podcasts as possible, was like, maybe Rand will have me on Random Encounters. And then he was like, I just did a show with Kenny Omega. And I said, I haven't earned it. I haven't earned this spot at all. But until then, remember...
have you on with somebody better. That's...
Yeah.
Package deal.
All right, remember to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/aloadofbs. Pick up your Fight Boys merch at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. And as always, you can find us at aloadofpurebs.com. Step up to the merch table at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Find us on Facebook, donate to the Patreon, subscribe on YouTube, and remember to follow us on Twitter at Fight Boys Show, Luther and Serpentico. Because when you're a fight boy for life.